Here we go, guys. Got a lot of work to do. Get through our all-day meeting here. Critical stats from Saturday. Turnover, 0. Penalties, 2. Great job. All right, so I want to get in a couple highlights here. Wesner makes the call on a huge 3rd down early in the game. All right, we get the call, we get the movement, and right there was a message was sent that this is going to be a different day for them. That, gentlemen, is how you play football right there. I don't know what I need to say about this game, all right, and this opponent, other than let's go out and have a hell of a week. Everybody got it? Let's have a day.
Getting recruited. I knew nothing about the NESCAC. I get a call from Coach Blue, my senior year of high school, and he tells me, check out Williams.
I remember getting a call from Coach Blue, in fact. He said, what do you know about Williams? To me, it was just another D3. But I went home and I said, hey, Dad, you know, there's a school called Williams back east that's recruiting me.
If I had to describe the NESCAC in one word, you know what it's going to be. Nerds. What the NESCAC is essentially a smaller Ivy League, the Little Ivy, some people call it. A high-level football from an athletic standpoint, guys that really want to play at a high level, but also want to get an education that's second to none, that's going to set them up well for their time after they graduate.
The NESCAC is comprised of some of the finest institutions in the country. Almost all of them also provide a small college experience.
We don't play for a Division III national championship. We're all here for the love of football more than anything.
We don't get scholarships, we don't get free gear, we don't get anything. All we get is the ability to play football.
We have 9 games and we play every single team in the conference every year. That means that every win is extremely important. Every game is critical. Normal NCAA teams, they can have 5 wins in conference and win their conference title. And in the NESCAC, you're playing every team every year. You're more familiar with your opponent.
Now, what we did on Saturday, right, you had to maintain, contain. You can't swipe inside. When you took inside, you didn't play, right? So I'm not going to kill you for that. But don't do that again.
You're not going pro, right? He has a cap. So when you leave it, you're going to have the guys that you play with, whether at the high school level or the college level. Those are the guys that you're going to be remembered with.
If we had gone 9-0 last year, I don't think I would have been as inclined to take off and delay my life and come back. But the second they canceled the season, we all texted in our group chat. It was like a pretty unanimous decision. We're all coming back.
Our first goal was just to beat Middlebury. That was the focus throughout camp and the entire offseason building up to that moment.
We've had that game circled on our schedule since they beat us in 2019. We were all locked in, ready to go.
We put so much pressure on ourselves to, finish writing the script. We understood one game, it might be over. One game, it might be out of our control for all we know.
All throughout camp, the only thing that was on our mind was beating the defending champs 9-0 Middlebury.
We were playing well, we were moving pretty well, and we had the momentum, and then the rest was history.
Coach Ray says that there's nothing harder than winning a conference game on the road. We still had to bring our best to that game.
Hamilton was one of those games where weather is going to come into effect.
I hate Clinton, New York. Every time we go, it's crazy.
Hey, hold on.
Absolute monsoon, freezing cold, just horrible games. But tougher team wins in tougher conditions. So.
Bring down on the elbows, get that football out. Big guy, put your numbers on his numbers, stamp, right?
You guys stepped up. Receivers like Mike, Will, Cam stepped up, made plays, scored touchdowns.
Lewis jacked my seat, bro.
Yeah, Lou. Ed's in there. So you're in for a surprise. Huh? Yeah.
I'm glad we got that on film. We got that on film.
How about that?
The program is in a good spot right now. But when we took it over, it wasn't always like this.
Most of the guys that coach for him actually played for Coach Ray back in the day. His players, guys he coached with 6 years ago, want to come back, go where he goes, and work with him for their whole careers.
My father was a head football coach when I was a kid, and that was how I grew up. Really believed in what my father was doing, and kind of want to do the same thing. When I got to Ithaca, Coach Mack was I'm going to say he was a sophomore. One of our best players, captains.
I loved playing for Coach Raymond. It's part of the reason I think why I'm here. He's very genuine. You know exactly where he's coming from, you know exactly where he stands. I think in any relationship, honesty and being upfront and being who you are is extraordinarily important, and that's who Coach Ray has always been.
He lit the room on fire when I first met him. I kind of like bought in right there and then. Coach Ray got to here like the spring of 2015. Going 0-8 that year was frustrating.
It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. The first look has to be at yourself. Say, hey, what could we have done better?
You think you're gonna build something great and kind of go through it, and then like the little man start talking to you because you go 0-8 doing all this stuff.
The biggest thing is surround yourself with great people. I think I've been fortunate to do that with my staff. I mean, these guys are unbelievable. And the next thing is get the heck out of their way. How you guys doing, all right?
Very good.
Awesome. Awesome.
What needed to be done?
A lot. I joke with Coach Miggs and Coach Ray. I was watching film with them one of the first days that I got here from the previous season. And we watched a particular clip, and one of the players on the field sacked the quarterback. And I looked at the coaches on the sideline, and it was like the individual who sacked the quarterback had no worldly business sacking the quarterback. He's supposed to be doing something completely different. So there was a lot that needed to be done in terms of structure. There was a lot that needed to be done in terms of getting the climate right, getting our approach towards preparation correct. I mean, you name it, we needed to work on it.
We just needed to organize. We needed to create a vision for the current players, make sure that they knew where we were coming from, knew what the plan was.
Personnel was an issue, all right? We didn't have enough bodies. We lacked that togetherness, man.
I don't know how they got all of us to believe like that. I mean, 0-8, I don't know how they sold us. I don't really remember.
we sold them on a dream. We let it like, we're building something special, come be a part of it.
Coach Ray sat me down and was trying to convince me that if I came to Williams, there was going to be a change.
They were very straightforward about the fact that they were 0-8. They were very straightforward about the fact that they weren't happy about it.
I felt like they were building something special. I didn't commit to an 0-8 team. I committed to a future 9-0 team, and I knew that.
Early on, people talked about the walk, and I was like, well, what are they talking about? Sports Illustrated called it the best post-game tradition in all of college football. The guys marched from the field to the top of Spring Street in their full uniforms.
We had come off that 0-8 season and made a walk up to the Gargoyle Gate. And I said, I'm going to make this walk, see what it feels like.
He walked from the entrance of the Gargoyle Gate all the way to the barber shop, and he started counting the steps.
Those 573 steps kind of became, a big picture item for our guys, and whether, it's week one, we're working towards winning week one, we're gonna do it in 5-7-3 fashion.
I presented to the guys a few days later and just wanted to give them a vision of this is how many steps it takes.
Williams, an outstanding turnaround from last year, and Amherst looking for a conference championship.
The real definition of it didn't come until after you beat Amherst and actually did it. The moment I remember is Bobby actually scoring a touchdown and tapping his wrist when he has 573 written on his wrist.
Mameron keeps it himself, looking for the end zone, touchdown!
The vision that we had, I would say, came through. And it all starts with that 573, man.
It stems from the coaches. They're a tough group of guys. I don't want to go to practice every day. Practice sucks, but I know I have to go out there. I have to do it. I have to suffer through it. I have to put in the work if I want success.
You already know how it goes. Woo!
Just being a student athlete at Williams is an overwhelming task. It's not easy here, This place will challenge you.
That's one. Yo. He coming back. Nothing. 3-3.
Our offensive philosophy here at Williams, it really starts, first and foremost, we're going to be a physical operation.
That's right. Don't let him do that. We go and push. Yes.
For me, the starting point is a 3-4. Let's get the best football players that we can possibly get them on the field, and figure out how to use them.
We're gonna go down to fill-ins, There you go, left middle zebra.
Football teaches you very quickly, you can't cheat it. You can't cheat things. If it's just you and another guy across from you, it's gonna show who put in the work.
Ed. There we go, Ed. Well done.
Other football programs, the guys are taking basket weaving, knitting, horrible classes. But we got guys here who are physics majors, bio majors. You're taking ridiculous classes here.
What's your major? History, econ, and French.
I'm not here to play in the NFL. I'm here to play football at Williams. I'm here to take in every single rep and every single moment.
That's money.
That's money. Read option.
That's money.
You gotta be mentally tough, physically tough. You just gotta be on top of everything.
Fantastic job today. A lot of you guys are doing some double duty. Steel sharpens steel. We all know that. Tomorrow, Thursday practice, rocking her nails. All right, break them up, man. Let's go. East on 3. 1, 2, 3. East. Yeah.
We say we want to treat every game the same, and we want to prepare for everyone, but going into Trinity Week, it's Trinity. Everybody hates Trinity.
We both went 6-0 into this game, and you could just feel in the air from here on out. I mean, this is it. This matters.
The Bantams are coached by Jeff Devaney, and the East are coached by Mark Raymond.
Felt like this was it. Felt like this might be the championship. Even our coaches were staring us down pre-game.
It really comes down to who wants it more, who's gonna make the least amount of mistakes, who's gonna bring their A game. It never comes easy. They're a good team, but we just want it more.
To go out and be up 14-0 by our 9th offensive snap was everything. Couldn't have gone better than that.
So Monday, We celebrated the Trinity win, but we knew it's not over. We got 2 more. We got to go play Wesleyan.
So there we were, 7-0, on to week 8, Wesleyan, homecoming, this is it. Last time we're on this field playing as seniors. It felt like we had the whole community behind us, stands were packed.
That's right. Hey, let coach know. All right, let's go Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. We should be good here. Should be touchdown.
Tiger, doom, yell. Doom, yell.
It was the first time we'd beaten Wesleyan in I think maybe a decade. That was just a really big deal for our team this year, our team for the last 10 years.
Man, it just felt so good to be back on that field, and that game was a tribute to the entire team.
As a freshman, I definitely understood the tradition, but not enough. Walking down Spring Street, seeing the fights on, it's definitely something I'll remember.
Enjoy it. We have one more. Haircuts are in the locker room.
I was sitting here after the game against Wesleyan with Coach Miggs, and I was telling him, hey, make sure you enjoy this. It doesn't happen that often.
We essentially locked in 8-0 and at least a shared title, but we're not finished. We know that we're not finished. There's still another week, and frankly for me, I had 7 days left to play football, my entire career. I had 7 days to enjoy every single moment.
There we go. Just another day in the specialist life. It is Amherst week. Go Eafs.
I mean, it's a special week. It's also my last week of football ever. Every day, going into the training room, getting taped, I was counting down the days of how many more times Rod has to tape me together and put me back in place.
The coaches were in our shoes as well. I think it was just as important for them as it was for us. We were ready to make that jump.
Before the Amherst game, all the underclassmen line up and make a little tunnel. Your position group comes out and carries the seniors off the field for their last time walking off the field.
Remember me!
Watching all the underclassmen running up to me, was ready to carry me off into the sunset. It was also pretty funny to hear him moaning and groaning, carrying a 300-pound man 25 yards.
Listen, hey, real quick, listen. Hey, you guys had a great week of practice, all right? I've been watching, you guys been doing great. All right, wish I could be out there with you, but obviously. All right? I love you guys. We're going to do great on Saturday. We're going to get that ring. All right, let's go. Yeah! Each on 3, 1 on 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Win!
You know, it was a very good understanding that, like, this was it. That day would be the last bus ride there and the last bus ride back. The last time Bobby throws me a ball in a game. That had been such an important part of my life since 2017. I've said it a couple times, just not taking anything for granted is really special and important, and understanding the task we had ahead of us. Like, you know, we need to win.
You know, Coach Ray said 2 years, but this is 5, 6 years in the making. And it's why we came here. It's why we came back. It's why we took a year off. You know, it goes beyond us, goes beyond our class, goes beyond everyone.
Football is the only sport where you can't play it forever. The hockey guys, they'll play men's league hockey. The basketball guys can play pickup. I'm never going to be able to put on football pads and a football helmet and go out there and play a football game. I can go play catch, I can go play 7-on-7, but I'm never going to be able to wear the pads and play for a team that I love against a rival with packed stands, and it's over. But I'm very, very glad it happened.
This weekend, we got the Mammoth. It's one of the reasons you become a football player at Williams College, is to become a part of a storied tradition. It's always a great challenge.
Amherst has always been different.
It's the oldest Division III rivalry in all of college football. It is the 4th oldest overall.
Amherst is different because it's one of the biggest rivalries in Division III. It's one of the biggest rivalries out there.
Sapino throwing long for Siegrist, has him there. It is complete at the 28-yard line.
It doesn't matter what type of year Williams is having. It doesn't matter what type of year Amherst is having. You know you're going to get a great football game. You know you're going to get a competitive football game.
Williams has won one of the most remarkable football games you will ever see.
You know, with that comes Nesson and ESPN following and reporting on the game. So that's one of the reasons you come here, because it is that special.
We've got some good pressure up front. Our secondary's played very well, and we just got to keep it going.
Coming in, you know, I've always heard, oh, it's the biggest game of the year. With the Williams-Amherst game, no matter what record each team has, you could throw the records out the door.
Foyt drops back, end zone, incomplete. Williams has snapped a 6-game losing streak and has won the season finale in 2017.
It's always going to be a fight. It's always going to be a battle. They've always been a little brother to us because they always want to rain on our parade.
I don't know, maybe they think we're the bad guy and we think they're the bad guys, but the point is it's a special game for alumni, for both the colleges. It's a big time game.
This has been a hell of a long road we've all taken to get to this point tomorrow. Your effort, your leadership, your focus, it's just been my pleasure to just get the hell out of the way, let the assistant coaches and the players run this damn thing. As much as I want to sit back and take in what this group has done, we got one more tomorrow. All right, we got one more tomorrow. It just happens to be the one you want the most. Go have your best friggin' day tomorrow. All right, the senior group that's here today, all right, the last opportunity, go get them tomorrow. Road Warriors, got a little calling card for our team this year.
Two boards. 1, 2, 3, 2 boards.
Both towel
Blood
bags.
bags. Both towel bags. And the baddies are charging right there to get some more. Ready to roll?
Wildcat.
Look at the real one, y'all. Real one in the building. Man.
You can't lose to Amherst your senior year. I think it's Renzi Lamb. He has that quote, if you want to be happy forever, beat Amherst. It's all you got to do is beat Amherst.
We all had the same goal. Like, we all had 9-0 in our brains every day. I want that feeling of going a whole season knowing that any team you play, they're not going to beat you.
You may have that.
I mean, we've had the goal of 9-0 since the first day of camp. That's all we want, is 9-0 NESCAC champ. Being 8-0 going into Amherst means that we're that close to doing it, so we just gotta finish.
Now, for real, we know this is it. Last time we're all gonna be playing together. Coach Ray was telling us not to take it for granted. We just went out there to Amherst with nothing to lose. Well, a lot to lose, but you don't really think about it like that.
My group, 5 minutes. My group, 5 minutes. Let's do it. Oh, yeah.
Play your best game, and that's all you can really think about. Try not to lose focus by thinking about everything that's going into this game, and just go out there and play football one last time.
What we waiting for, baby? Let's eat! Unleash the house, baby! Let's go, boys! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, yeah!
Welcome to the 135th edition of the biggest little game in America. The Williams College Eafs on a quest for a perfect season, visiting the Amherst College Mammoths, hoping to spring a major upset at home.
Bobby Maymoron, quarterback for Williams, known for running the football. This is a rushing team, obviously the #1 rushing team in the NESCAC Conference.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it.
Let's go!
Hey, same thing I tell y'all, a lot of emotion though, but do your job. Do your job.
1, 2, 3, stick on!
First year, Ivan Shuren, he will kick off.
We went out there at Amherst and we took an early lead, and we were like, okay, you know, it's another one of these blowout games.
Now they fake it to Vaughn. They go the opposite direction, up the field and wide open. You've got a receiver.
That's Fischetti.
Fischetti for the touchdown.
After the first drive, I come off the field and I turn to Dan Vaughn and I'm like, Dan, this is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be pretty easy.
Maymoron, hands, touchdown Nicholas, number 16 on the season.
There's always a little extra chippiness or whatever. I mean, that's what's expected in a rivalry.
Play fake, Peterson throws it up the seam, picked off. And again, it's Manzella.
Now he's got his second interception of the day, and that's a big turnover. That's gotta hurt.
The only way that they were gonna beat us is if we made mistakes. And that's essentially what happened.
We weren't finishing on offense. We kept on getting like 3 and outs, 4th and outs.
Second down and goal. Maymoron tried to find Stoll. He wasn't open. Now Maymoron reverses field. Maymoron falls to the ground.
We're sitting there having not converted on offense and watching Amherst, you know, with the potential to go down there and score a touchdown and be in the lead.
And that'll be it for the first half. With the score, Williams College 17, Amherst College 6.
This is a little bit of a wrinkle, right? We got this ironed out now. On that third down, 3rd and long, we got to get them on the damn ground before they get, you know, first down, right? We just got to be better, flat out, right? We are better than what we represent in the first half. Understand?
It's not done yet, right? This is their homecoming. They're not gonna go. It's a rivalry game. They're not gonna go away and fold. You execute, right? One play at a time and have some energy. We got 2 picks. Get excited and have some fun. Let's have a day.
Sure, baby. Come on.
Not much left to be said. We know that. Said it all, done it all, got to this point right here. Let's make that last step today. 6 seconds. That's all it takes. Nothing behind you, nothing in front of you, but the 6 seconds that you have to give everything you got. Empty the damn tank today. Empty the tank today. Nothing left in you to give, emotionally or physically today. Nothing's given to you at this point in life. You want it, you take it. Let's go, 6 seconds, line it up. Let's go, baby, let's go, boys!
The halftime was pretty stressful. I mean, we're one half away from winning the NESCAC and beating Amherst.
That's tough to go through a roller coaster in a game, highs and lows. But there wasn't no finger pointing. They just knew they was on them.
Boys, you're good. Hey, make up for it right now. Make up for it right now. Gotta get him back. Bring him back first. He just kept going.
You know, I've said to a couple guys, you know, it's not like we're inevitable. Like the 9-0 is a script we've written for ourselves, but we still got to go out there and win the game, you know?
But that's why we came here. We come here to play these tight games, and we come here to play snap by snap.
They may pooch this, we'll see. Yep, that's what they're gonna do. They do punt. And it goes inside the 10, and that's gonna be great for Amherst.
We were backed up on the 1 yard line. It's 3rd down. I'm just thinking, if we punt this ball right now, they're gonna have great field position.
Get 5 yards.
Triple kill screen. Triple kill screen. Everything you've got.
Go, boys.
But then we ran the best play in our playbook of Frankie run really far, Bobby throw it as far as you can, Frankie catch it.
Play fake. Deep pass. Stola makes the catch. Big play, Williams. All the way out to the 38-yard line.
We needed to put a couple stops together to finally finish that game off.
Peterson up the middle field. Big hit applied by Williams. Edward Manzella. Second attempt, they swing it out. Gatos, he is stopped on a really nice defensive play by James Hemmer.
Get loud! You gotta get loud!
Amherst, Peterson, rolling right, being chased, throws it, and that is, let's see if he caught it. I believe it was intercepted by Hemmer. Hemmer with the clinching interception. One more play remaining. Williams hanging on by a thread, but the East complete a perfect season. The final score, Williams 24, Amherst 19.
We did it. Like it's a really simple phrase, but like we did it.
Very simple. You're now TJ. You moved up now.
I started crying on the field. I was just like, oh my God. Tears running down my face, everyone just running up to me trying to celebrate. And I couldn't say anything other than, we did it. Like, we did it.
For us, it was kind of a cherry on the top moment, because not only do we get to beat Amherst, we're 9-0.
So much joy and relief. It meant so much to us to be able to, you know, finish everything off. You know, it's why we delayed our lives for a year. They've been coaching for a long time. They know these seasons don't just come. They're not always going to be here.
Their first year here going 0-8, not winning a game. And then their first recruiting class coming in and building the program that we have, from going 0-8 before we got here to 9-0 our last year. Every coach is the happiest they've ever been in their life, I think.
We won the championship, felt great after it was done, and all that work went in. You know where the plaque went? On my desk, it sat there. Then it moved to the wall. They didn't even hang it up yet. I kind of forgot it was even around, right? Because it's just more about the fact that you set a goal and you kind of hit it, and you felt good about the program and where direction we're going.
Let's break it down real quick. Veterans and the young guys, you should have an idea how we're gonna test, right? We're gonna go 3 to 5, right, for your maxes. Bench, squat. All right, you're gonna get 2 jumps and a draw jump as well on top of Coach Hunt.
Squats on this side, Hey, half a sleeve, draw jump up here. You want that, coach? Or?
They know they got to do the same thing next year. You know, they're not like, this is over. The leaders are going to have to step up. We'll see who that's going to be.
You're going to have to dig now. Dig!
Get up, let's go!
The quality of the company you keep is, I think, a strong indicator of who you are as an individual. At Williams, you're working next to the national qualifier on the wrestling team at 135. You're watching the defending national championship women's soccer team walking out of the weight room.
All right, boys, open up to page 107.
Everyone is important, from the first string to the third string guy, because if you're a third string guy, you're 2 plays away from getting in the game. So when your number is called, you're ready to go.
There's a lot of development that happens over the offseason as you get bigger, stronger, faster. Outside of that, what's really most important is what happens when you step out onto the field. It doesn't matter if you bench 50 more pounds than you did last year. If you're not better at football, then you're not going to be playing as much as you want to.
You just gotta be disciplined. You gotta work hard. You gotta have fun doing it, all of that.
You know, Frank loves the camera so much more than the camera loves him. It's unbelievable.
The score takes care of itself. All right, win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter. You realize, okay, I gave everything I had on every single play for 6 seconds. I'm good. If we lose, tip your hat. You win, you go celebrate and enjoy Saturday night.
There's always going to be a different hurdle that they're going to face that we didn't. They're going to have to overcome their own adversity. Whoever comes through the door next, it's up to them what they want to do. Do you want to be a 9-0 team? Do you want to be an 0-8 team? Whoever walks in the door is going to have to be willing to embrace the moment and do their job.